Hello YouTube, I mainly collect toy lines that are from the 1980s because that is when I was a kid, but I also collect a few from the 90s. So I started off by collecting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and obviously they went right through into the 90s. And then because of my love for those, I also came across things like Street Sharks that were also released in the 1990s, and then these Extreme Dinosaurs. So those three smaller ones you just saw are all called T-Bone, and this larger figure, the largest of all the Extreme Dinosaurs, is called Mega T-Bone. So I'll show you this, the standard version first. Pick him up so you can see him compared to the size of my hand. This is, yeah, very standard size. They're pretty small as you can see. The Mega T-Bone though is pretty huge. I think a lot of people exaggerate him a little bit in their videos because depending on the camera angle, you can make him look even larger. But I've tried to, give a real honest kind of look at him in this video so you can see what size he is. I've been tracking these on eBay for over a year now, and it seems that they go for between about £90. I saw one for £90 once, and I didn't pick it up at the time. Since then, they've been going for over 100, and anything up to about 150 for a loose figure like this without his weapon. This one I managed to pick up for £60, which I thought was a real bargain. I kind of jumped on it when I saw it as quick as I could. And like I say, he hasn't got his weapon. When he arrived, his feet weren't completely square and he didn't stand up very well. And that didn't phase me though, because I've got this technique that I learned recently where if you soak their feet in boiling water, not for long, only about kind of 20 seconds or so, and then you push the feet down flat on the ground in cold water really suddenly, then they kind of reset themselves. The plastic resets into a new position, and then the feet are nice and square again. And he's been fine ever since I did that. So it's almost like I got a lot of money off, like potentially about £40 off, just by doing that. I think these will only go up in price as well. Right, you can see that he measures just over 9 inches or just over 23 centimeters on this ruler. If we compare that to the smaller standard size T-bone, you can see here that he is 4.5 inches or 11.5 centimeters. I got most of my Extreme Dinosaurs on eBay as a job lot, and just every so often I buy the odd extra one to add to the collection. Also, none of mine have got weapons, and it seems that a lot of the weapons are really expensive. They can be way more expensive than the actual dinosaurs themselves. So I'm either going to not collect any of them or just look out for them, and if I happen to see some really cheap, then I might buy them to add. I can't remember if the flying dinosaurs in this lot are pterodactyls or pteranodons, but whatever they are, I haven't got wings for two of mine. One of mine has got wings, and that does look really cool, so I'll look out for wings for the other two. Also, my silver Stegs figure at the front here, he hasn't got his tail, so I'll either look out for a spare tail or more likely I'll just re-buy that figure because I think you can pick him up for like less than £10. Right, I want to tell you guys a story that's quite funny. Well, you might find it funny. I find it actually really infuriating. And that is that I got a whole load of Lego a while back, and inside was loads of Mega Blocks that I had to remove from the Lego. And it took me ages. And there were other toys and things mixed in as well. And I am pretty convinced that one of the things that I pulled out was this claw-like thing that I didn't think much of. I kind of assumed it was either to do with Mega Blocks or something else, and it looked like this. And it turns out that that is the weapon for Mega T-Bone. And I think I just got rid of it with a sort of job lot of Mega Blocks that I sold on eBay, and it's just gone. And I should obviously have kept it because I've seen Mega T-Bone, like I say, normally goes for about 100 to £150 on eBay. When you find Mega T-Bone with his weapon for some reason he seems to now be going for about 500 or something, you know, even if it was just 400. It just means that that weapon is worth an absolute fortune, and I think I just gave it away, and I'm really, really bummed about it. So if you're ever buying and selling toys on eBay or anywhere else, the thing to do is just anything you're not sure of, just put it somewhere. Like I've got now a whole load of weapons and bits and bobs that I keep in separate boxes, and I don't have a clue what half of them are, but some of them might be from the 80s or even the 90s, but be really, really quite rare. Okay, you can see the difference here between T-Bone, the standard one, and Mega T-Bone. Now look, if I bring him closer in the picture, they look about the same size. And if I hold him really far back from Mega T-Bone, you can make Mega T-Bone look absolutely huge depending on where you put him. Look, if I put him about the same sort of level, then you can see this is the size difference there should be. But you could push him right back, really far back, and then it makes Mega T-Bone look absolutely huge. And I'm pretty convinced that's what a lot of people do in their videos. But you can see it's just because I'm holding him a lot further back. So it's much fairer, I think, to hold them on the same plane. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe to see any videos that I post up in the future. Check out all my other toy videos. I mainly collect 80s toys, but there are quite a few 90s toys now as well. I recently collected Snailians, for example. Anyway, like I say, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.